Hello, can you please add block 2 to your notes, the word block and the number 2? And then once you've done that, I would like you to write down these formulas for a rectangle. Please remember that rectangles are also called parallelograms and fall under the family of polygons, which are just another way to say a four-sided shape. So working with these particular formulas, you will see that area can be written two ways. It could be written as base times height. Please don't forget that when two variables are right next to each other, two letters, there's an imaginary little dot in the middle that emphasizes that they are multiplied. So if this was 5 and this was 6, then you would multiply them together. Now, length and width might be another way you may see this represented. They just mean the same thing as base and height. Now, for the perimeter, well, let me move back a little bit. Remember that the area is always everything, all the space inside the circle, inside the rectangle. Now, for a perimeter, if you have that same rectangle, it is all the way around. So if your teacher told you, I want everybody to go to the perimeter of the classroom, you would get up from your desk and you'd walk to the wall closest to you. That's standing on the perimeter of the classroom. So when you're finding perimeter, you could do the base plus the height plus the base plus the height. Or if you're working with L and W, you would do L plus W plus L plus W. So now that you have your formulas, we can get to work on doing the math. So here I just want you to not pay attention to, let me rewrite this so that you're not looking at this in inches, that you're looking at it in feet, because we're not going to do those minor conversions. Okay, so we're looking at this and they want us to find the area. So underneath it, I would also like you to write the word perimeter because you're going to find both. So first, we are going to do 1 base times height is what we're looking at, or L times W, whatever your preference is. So we know that, let's do L times W because that's what they're using here. We have the length, which is 156, and we're going to multiply it by the width, which is 9. So go ahead and do that on your calculator and see what you get. You should get 1,404. Now remember, we're working with area, so you need to put the label feet and square it. This next one, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do length times width to find the area, which is 18 times 1.92. Go ahead and pause the video and find that answer. So you should have gotten 34.56 inches squared. But let's not forget, we are also going to be finding perimeter for both of these. Now remember, perimeter is just L plus W and L plus W. So if I look at this, this is going to be 156 plus 9 plus 156 plus 9. When you solve that, you should get 330 feet. Now this is just the perimeter going around, so we do not need to square it because only area is squared. And now this next one, we are trying to find the perimeter, and it's going to be 18 plus 1.92 plus 18 plus 1.92. When you solve that, your perimeter will be 39.84 inches. Now take a moment to take what you've learned so far and placed in your notes and do 3 and number 4 on your own. Remember, you also need to identify the answer for perimeter. Welcome back. So hopefully you were able to get solutions for those and checked with your teacher to make sure that you're doing them okay. So now we're going to move on to find the area of each rectangle. You got to be very careful though. If you notice here, they don't have the same type of feet on both sides or yards. So just multiplying base times height or length times width is not going to help you here. You need to pay attention to what they have labeled here, and then you're going to need to convert the one that is not. For example, on number 6, this is the one we need to convert to feet, and for number 5, we need to use yards, so we need to convert inches to yards. So just doing a simple Google search will tell you how many yards are in 540 inches. So 1 yard equals 3 feet. I know that 1 yard equals 36 inches. These will also help you. You can confirm them in Google if you need to. And 12 inches equals 1 foot, as we know from when we use a ruler. So if you have 540 inches, you're going to divide that by 36 for the yard so that you know how many yards it's going to be. When you do 540, you're going to get 15 yards. When you do 540 divided by 36, excuse me. And then over here, we're going to convert yards to feet. And we know that there's 1 yard in every foot. So for every 3 feet. So we're going to multiply this by 3, and we are going to get 9 feet. So now you can multiply your base times height or length times width. Don't forget that you also will be finding the perimeter for each of these. So when I do this first one, I'm going to do 15 times 7, which will give me 105 yards. And here I'm going to do 14 times 9, which will give me 126 feet. So please do number 7 and number 8 on your own. And once you've done them, please check your answers with your teacher. Now that you're ready for number 9, this is a little bit of a word problem. Please be very careful to understand that you must use the same label. They're using square inches, so you're going to need to convert feet to square inches. If you need assistance, please see your teacher. Once you've successfully been approved by your teacher, your next step is to do this second page on your own. You may feel a little insecure and ask your teacher for permission to work with a partner, but please remember that has to be approved by your teacher. At the end, you will go and get a teacher signature. And at that time, your teacher will give you the answer sheet for you to verify if you're doing okay. Thank you and good luck.